10 under 10. Someone made a thread, I don't know who. Anyways, gonna make my my entry to the 10 records under $10 thread. I know obviously currencies vary, so it's not kind of equal for everyone, but anyway, we get the point. Some cheap records, some good music. First off, I'm just gonna show this. It's my latest pickup, and just showing it because this is what's playing right now. So if you dig the music in the background, if you can hear it, James Buttery, you just showed this. It was on my radar. I'd seen it at the store actually, and I'd listened to it a couple times, and on YouTube, and it is amazing. So if you don't know this, definitely go pick it up. I was at the store yesterday, and there was really nothing I was interested in, so I picked up this reissue, and it's on Love and Hate. And again, Woody Shaw, I've been really into Woody Shaw. He's on here. This is by Harry Whittaker, so it's Black Renaissance, Body, Mind, and Spirit. You have Buster Williams, who I'm really into, Billy Hart, Matume, tons of great musicians, and really great record. So check that out if you're not familiar with it already. So 10 under 10. I pulled a few out that Tom, you showed the records I had. So this isn't part of my 10 under 10. I don't know. I think I might actually have more than 10 records. But I'm going to show these ones. These are ones that Tom showed. If you haven't seen Tom's videos, he made 2. Go check them out. These are ones that I definitely agree with. And they're incredible records. So I just want to second kind of Tom's vote on these as 10 under 10. First one is this. I got this one for under 10, but when I looked online, it seems to sell for more, but I'm sure if you're patient enough, you find it in a store, it might be under 10. This is Charlie Hayden on Horizon. Great record, all duets. Sunny Fortune, this is the one you were talking about, Tom. You showed the other one. This is Awakening, you were right, it's a green cover. Killer record, and again on Horizon. And then the third one on Horizon is Sunny Fortune. Waves of Dreams is the one you showed, Tom. Killer record. So those 3 on Horizon, if you don't have, amazing. I think those might be the only 3 records I have on Horizon, and they're all amazing. So I'm going to be on the lookout for more of those. And the other one you showed in your first video, Tom, is Eternity by Alice Coltrane. And this I remember I first discovered when Champ Sound showed it for the bass lines thread, for the bass line on Los Caballos. Killer stuff. So pick those up. Sorry, I'm a little congested. Okay, let's get into it. My 10 records, 10 under 10. Some of them are kind of themed where it's not necessarily this particular record, but the artist. First one is Shannon Jackson and the Decoding Society. So if you're into kind of that, it's not for everyone, it's not super accessible music. It's heavy, it's experimental, it's out there. But so you have on here Roland Shannon Jackson, Vernon Reid, Charles Brackeen, who I don't know, Byard Lancaster, a bunch of different musicians anyway. So all of his records are pretty easy to find and pretty cheap. You see them for over 10, you see them for just under 10. This one I think I picked up for $2 or something, but this is a good one. It's the only one I have. I've listened to some of the others and I'll probably pick them up eventually. But this one's called Nasty. So if you're into a bit more freer stuff, definitely for you. This is one I spun the other day actually and blew me away, and I only listened to it once since I picked it up for $1 at the factory sale, not factory sale, outlet, what do they call it? Warehouse sale. Anyway, this is the Mahavishnu Orchestra, Birds of Fire. You guys know this. Killer musicians on here. You have Billy Cobham, John McLaughlin, Jerry Goodman, Jan Hammer. Really good fusion jazz. Really some funky stuff on here. Birds of Fire. Check it out. Van the Man, you guys all know this, but this one I picked up for a few bucks, but any of Van, most of his records can be found for pretty cheap. Maybe not all under 10, but this is one I picked up for a few bucks, and this is one that I really like. Grew up listening to Van Morrison, my dad loved him, so it's music that I love. I know not everyone loves it, but he is really well respected. Someone showed Roberta Flack, I can't remember who, showed First Take. This is Roberta Flack Chapter 2, and my man Donny Hathaway does a lot of work on here in terms of arranging, and he does some playing, plays the keys as well. Can't really see anything there. This is a great record. I prefer songs like Reverend Lee, which are a bit more upbeat, up-tempo, funky tracks, but the slow ones will move you for sure as well. Someone I don't know, people don't really talk about her, maybe, I don't know, people don't like her, but I really like Esther Phillips. Her Kudu records are really soulful. This is Black Eyed Blues. This is one you can find for cheap. There's a couple of them, From a Whisper to a Scream and Alone Again Naturally, which go for a bit more, and then the others I picked up for, I think, like $2 or $3 each, the ones with Joe Beck. But yeah, I like her voice, and the music is funky, and I mean, this one doesn't have, I mean, they're all good musicians. You have Ron Carter on bass, which is no surprise, but I really like this. I don't know what you guys think of Esther Phillips, but I recommend checking her out for a few bucks. War, All Day Music. I mean, any of War's records from the early to mid 70s are pretty dope, and they're really cheap. You can find them for a few dollars. This one I really like, All Day Music, so I'm sure you guys, most of you know that, but if you don't, check it out for a few bucks. If you're into the softer, slower soul, Blue Magic, this is dope, and it's not funky, it's very smooth, mellow, soft soul music, soul soothing music. Blue Magic for a few bucks is definitely worth it. Billy Cobham, Crosswinds, who was it? I think Christian, you showed Spectrum, which I don't have, but this one's dope as well. And I think you have, who plays on here? George Duke? Yeah, George Duke plays on here. John Abercrombie, obviously Billy Cole, Randy Brecker, bunch of killer musicians on here. That one I recommend. My man Chico Freeman, I've really been into him recently, and this is a great record from the 80s. You know, I don't usually buy 80s records, but I'm starting to discover that there are some more early 80s records which are really dope. And this one's from 82 on Contemporary, and you have my man Cecil McBee on bass, who anything that he touches is money. And Wynton Marsalis plays on here, Bobby Hutcherson, and Ronnie Burridge. So if you don't have this Chico Freeman record, Destiny's Dance on Contemporary, I definitely recommend you seek it out. Some ECM, you can always find some ECM for cheap. ECM I often pass up because there's just so many, and there's so many records on ECM, and there's so many available. Like, you find them every time I go digging. There's just a plethora of them. So I don't love all of them, so I don't really know where to start even. But I definitely have a handful of ECM records that are excellent. That's Stanley Cowell for one, but Illusion Suite. And I know Ben, when you did the Pick a Jazz Label contest for me, you did ECM, and I still need to pick a bunch of those up. But this is Belonging by Jan Garbarek, Keith Jarrett, Palle Danielson, and Jan Christensen, and this one's dope. So, and one blues record, Sonny Terry and Brownie B, titled Sonny and Brownie. I think they fought over this one. This is one they went electric. Can't remember which one. I think Sonny didn't want to go electric and Brownie did. Anyway, I love this record. They do People Get Ready, Curtis Mayfield cover, Bring It On Home to Me, Sam Cooke cover, and just all around a feel-good record. I love this record. I've had many great memories with this record, with my dad, with my friend, and you can definitely find it for cheap. I've seen it many times since, so I recommend you seek this one out. It's an incredible record if you're into it all. Blues, it's soulful as well. So this is one. I tried to mix it up and not just pick jazz, because I could have definitely picked 20 jazz records under $10, but I picked a bit. I mean, I guess it was mostly jazz, but I tried. The other one that I was going to pick was Tracy Chapman. I love Tracy Chapman. You can find that for cheap, but I didn't pull it out. I spent some time pulling tons of records. But thank you to everyone who made an entry for this thread. Appreciate it. Really enjoyed the records. I went out digging yesterday. Didn't really find any of them, but my eyes are open, and I know that these records will pop up. So thank you. And if you haven't made an entry yet, feel free. Everyone's been enjoying the video, so I'd love to see it, and I know everyone else has been appreciating them as well. So just paste a link in to your video in the comments here. Some people have made videos that I don't follow, so I've discovered that I may have missed some. So if I've missed your video, just put it in the comments here. That's it for 10 under 10. We'll see you guys again soon. Peace.